All right, let's go ahead and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to Soulstone Survivors, where today we're going to be looking at a build for the Spellblade. But before we get into that, I do want to make an apology for two different things. The first one is the audio issues I've been having with my last couple of videos. Apparently, my audio was cutting in and out. For me, when I was recording and looking at the editing, everything seemed fine, but apparently there was audio like clipping in and out whenever I was speaking. It's kind of unfortunate. Apparently, I had a noise gate set. I wasn't entirely sure how I got that to happen, but it did, so I went ahead and removed that. Hopefully that fixed that issue. And number two, whenever I did the beginner's guide about, pretty much everything in Soulstone Survivor to get ahead, I may have said some incorrect information. I want to go ahead and correct that. Thank you for the couple people who pointed it out for me. I do want to make sure that I give correct information to you guys. I thought I knew on my own. I should have just done better and looked at the wiki and make sure I can confirm the information, and that was in regards to the portals whenever you finish a map. The Overlord portal and the Endless portal. Apparently, and according to Wiki at the same time, they do both scale. One is just a quicker version of the other one, whereas Overlord, you go in there, you kill elites, and it happens at a quicker pace. Going into Endless, enemies still scale with you. It's not that they don't scale at all. It's just a slower paced match type, and you go from map to map to map. So just wanted to correct that out there. I do apologize for that incorrect information. I'll try to refrain from giving incorrect information in the future. And again, sorry about that. But now that we've covered that, we are going to jump into the Spellblade. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably the class I hate the most in the game. I cannot tell you why. I can give you a couple things I strongly dislike about this class. One of the big things is that this is called the Spellblade class, but I'm going to be honest, I find a lot of the Spellblade abilities around his weapons and his character skills and just the general skills that we have to be severe lacking. I feel like I should be able to imbue my weapon with several different elemental types and try that, and I was really excited when we got Chromatic Slash. And I've tried a couple of things to see if I can get Chromatic Slash to work, and unfortunately, I really can't say anything positive about Chromatic Splash. Like, I honestly really tried my best to make this one work, trying different sort of things. Now, if you have a build that centers around this, I would really like to try it if you have found one that works. I personally couldn't get one. So instead, I kind of thought outside the box and made a build of my own. You can actually get away with doing a lot of different things, like just having arcane skills. This is a solid build. I'm not sure I'm entirely sold on the this weapon right here, whatever this one's called, the Arcane Scimitar. Not a big fan of that one. I mean, these are all fine weapons. You can get through content with them. We're actually going to be using the Scorching Edge. I have it at plus 10. This gives us plus 50% crit damage, plus 10% damage modifier, plus 45% movement speed, and plus 50% area modifier. And the artifact power, which I always skipped on telling you guys, is it creates an ethereal clone for a few seconds that casts both of your weapon skills at nearby enemies. The trait's cutting, so that means it can taunt a little bit. So basically, every once in a while, we create a clone, and he does my Flame Blade skills, which is really cool. But I do want to emphasize that I would really like to have an elemental blade. I would like to be able to do like poison damage and doom damage. I can if I want to on top of all that. So the way that I decided to do this is by checking out the rune for swing mastery. I'm going to remove this and show you the ones that I picked whenever we go into here. The ones that I end up using are Obliterate, and it gives us Doom and Finesse, so we're going to take that one. I'm also going to take Carnage, send slashes in all directions, causing damage, gain Bulwark, and Finesse. This isn't so much for the damage, and I know it's not an elemental thing, but when we have those extra passives that say, hey, you can now do Bleed on hit, or Doom on hit, or Poison on hit, you send out so many waves. You send out 10 projectiles. That's a lot of hits going out to cover the spread of all those elements. On top of that, we are also going to be taking Venomous Strike. This gives us our poison and also gives us some more finesse. Carnage also finesse. As you can see, that's kind of what I want to build up on. And then the last one we are going to be taking, because we are using a Flame Blade, is I do actually want to end up taking Flaming Spiral, because this one is going to apply weakness, which is going to make all of our elemental effects hit that much harder. It also applies burn, and burn damage is multiplied based on your maximum health, so it's nice to build max health if you want. The more health you got, the stronger this is. Also, Ancestry gives us extra health, so we're going to be taking that one as well. And then on top of that, we are going to be looking at, oh, sorry, the bottom rows right here, we're going to be taking Elemental Flow so that our dot damage ticks a lot harder. We had Dash Mastery because I never leave home without it. Executioner, so that way we have 20% damage bonus whenever we hit enemies with a whole bunch of negative status effects. And we're also going to be taking Searing Intensity because, of course, we are most definitely going to have burn on our enemies. As far as the skill tree, if you are not familiar with the Spellblade, his Ascension power is Rift Walker. The Spellblade may now interact with astral rifts that are opened by killing enemies to gain astral power, which can be consumed to enter a cosmic form, allowing him to emanate, oh my god, I moved away, a series of powerful effects, depending on how much astral power was consumed in the process. Now, I do wish they had more tooltips in here, but thank God somebody over on the Soulstone Wiki managed to tell us what happens at these different levels, depending on how much astral power. So, just to clear this up, according to the Wiki, which is where I got the information, your Rift power bar is separated into 4 sections, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. Depending on how much of those bars you have filled up, you will have different things happen. At 25% of that bar filled and using it, you get a Celestial Weakening, emits an arcane aura for 6 seconds, dealing 100 damage and applying fragility to enemies that stand near you every 0.5 seconds. If you have up to 50% of that bar filled up, you have Arcane Comets. Conjure Arcane Comets around your current position. Each comet deals 800 damage in a large area. If you have 75% of the bar filled up, Eminent Wisdom empowers yourself, increasing your damage modifier by 10%, critical damage chance by 10%, critical damage potency by 20%, cast frequency modifier by 10%, and movement speed modifier by an additional 10% for 10 seconds. And then if you have the entire build bar filled up at 100%, you have Energy Pulse. You fire 8 arcane orbs in all directions, each dealing 700 damage and applying Expose. Now, the cool thing is, if you have it 100%, you actually have all 4 of these effects going at the same time, and as it drains, you actually lose an effect one at a time. But for the most part, you can keep them all. But that being said, this is probably one of the worst powers to get off the ground. It's incredibly strong, but the way you get Rift power is so incredibly dangerous as far as like whenever you're trying to go into higher tiers, Titan Hunt, stuff like that, because you literally have to stand in a pool of arcane energy and basically soak it in for a while, and it does take a while for this build. So you most definitely want to take a whole bunch of passives into your Rift Walker that allow you to absorb more Rift energy much quicker, so that way you don't have to stand in for this long. And the cool thing is, eventually, if you have enough of this, you can keep this power running indefinitely as long as you can find pools of arcane energy to stand in and keep it channeled, which is definitely worth it because, again, really cool power, but it's such a terrible thing in the early game. It can get you killed if you don't watch out. So we're going to jump into the Titan Hunt mode and check it out. That being said, if you like the sort of content, you want to see more gameplay for Soulstone Survivor and builds like this, make sure you are like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what builds work for you. Let me know if you actually like the Spellblade and what builds work best for you, because I would like to give this one another once-over, trying to find a build that I actually like. This is actually the closest build I found so far, and I do genuinely enjoy it. But yeah, I can honestly say that my most hated character used to be the Assassin, and now it's been the Rift Walker for quite some time. I don't know, it's just never clicked for me. So in the terms of what we're going to be doing today, there are a whole bunch of Titan powers revolved around like status effects and stuff like that, but I actually think we're covered on the status effect thing. There is one we're going to take from Brokenth as the 4th power we get, which basically makes enemies explode and burn damage and deal their burn stack damage to everything nearby. First off, we're going to go over to Mezahet because of the fact that Flaming Spiral, one of our things, or one of our abilities, actually has the ability to apply weakness. That means we're also going to be able to apply fragility to other enemies as we apply weakness, which is basically going to give us extra damage. So as we start out, I'm going to go ahead and turn my visibility up. This is definitely a high intensive graphic effect build. So there is that. So this is the Rift power right here, and as you can see, watch my bars fill up down there, we can actually get a whole bunch of like stuff, like pools down here to fill up our power. The dangerous thing is that the way these stack up, or the way these show up, doesn't always mean, or they're not always going to be like in a safe place. nor are you going to get that many stacked up on top of each other. So if you're running low on this energy, then there's a good chance you might actually get screwed eventually. So I was getting rid of my banishes, hoping I could lock a couple of our abilities. Looks like we have Obliterate and Carnage. I'm going to lock Carnage, take Obliterate, and our next level up, we'll already have ourselves a Carnage ready to go. So that's why we have four abilities right off the bat. We already have 100% stacks. I am going to go ahead and take the All Strikes Now Apply Doom. That's really nice. And like I said, like if you have enough of the Rift Energy thing, you can actually stand in these pools and actually regenerate it faster than it drains, which is really nice. Looks like we got Flaming Spiral, which is awesome. I'm going to start turning effects down already, as you can tell. It's really hard to see. Now all of our attacks apply Burn. And I'm going to try to see if we can regenerate some of our arcane energy here before we move on to the next section. Again, if you can keep this going, this is absolutely amazing to have. It's just that keeping it going is sometimes kind of a pain, especially if you have a lot of AoEs. Looks like we have a objective right here, and the last attack that we need is Venom Strike. There we go. And the cool thing about all of this, all these abilities I picked, we actually could have picked a ability that gave me weakness on poison ability, but I actively took the Poison Strike that we have. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. It's because of the fact that it comes with a finesse, and I think a majority of our skills actually have finesse on top of the sea. Our two main fire skills don't, but Obliterate, Carnage, and Venom should give us as much finesse as we need, which is just going to basically more or less allow us to have a whole bunch of multicast. We can go ahead and turn all these off since we now have our abilities, and I think I'm going to lock the Powerful Strikes, take Venom, there we go. And I'm going to start making our way to our next objective. Looks like we have two objectives on the map. I'm going to go ahead and make my way up top to the green objective. We'll make our way to the rare one. And unfortunately for us, it looks like we are... Ooh, we got a whole bunch of arcane power right here. Unfortunately, we're not going to have anything active, but I think we should be able to kill these guys pretty easy. There we go. Ooh, and so lucky are we. Treasure Goblin. Gotta take this guy out. There we go. Now we just gotta hope we get some a little bit of magnetic around here. I am gonna go ahead and take this Doom one. And the main reason why I like the idea of this Spellblade is because essentially we're gonna have Poison lead into Doom and Doom lead into Burn, and we're just gonna be able to strengthen our Burn pretty decently. I'm gonna go ahead and take some extra health and some mobility. We'll take the multicast chance. Again, if you ever want to know what's being affected by a particular skill, like this multicast for instance, it does say in the tooltip on the ability itself, but you can also look at your hotbar, and as you can see, all of my skills, since they are swing abilities, are being affected by this. They're all being highlighted yellow, so that is how you know that. I'm going to go and take Fiery Amplification. That's going to be a pretty big pickup. 120% extra burn damage is insane. We're going to make our way to the rare objective right up here. Looks like it's another set of Void Lords. Should be able to deal with these guys. I'm going to sit right over here in the corner. Well, not anymore. I'm not going to sit in that corner. That was starting to get dangerous there. I'm going to take the Calamity, sure. Alright, he's dead. And they are both dead. And from there, I think we tucked a little bit of Merciless. I don't want to use a lot of my rerolls because I actually have had a couple of moments recently where I got ahead of myself, and because of that, ended up actually running out of rerolls when I was trying to get a Titan power and not getting the one I wanted. I'm going to go for the extra mobility. I'm going to reroll here. Let's take that multicast. 16% additional multicast. That's awesome. We're going to make our way down to the uncommon objective, and then we'll hit one of these rares next to us, and that should get us enough to get into an audience with Mezzahead. And you can already see the power. Even when we don't have our Riftwalker power up, we are still pretty strong. And as soon as we can get the Riftwalker power up, we are going to be so much stronger just for it. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. I'm going to get this XP, or this Rift Energy right here. I'm going to grab this. The unfortunate thing is we do lose our Rift power after we complete the objective and going into Mezahet. Man, there's a lot of everything on the screen right now. We're going to go ahead and lock Carnage. And I'm going to get the multicast. It's going to affect all of my flame abilities and our obliterate. There we go. Take Carnage. War experience. Every time you apply finesse, you now have a chance to gain bulwark. Awesome. That's block power. Every time you gain bulwark, you have a chance to gain aptitude. Nice. I actually probably should have taken the relentless, but I did lock it. So there's that. Aptitude being crit damage, by the way, if you're not familiar with that. Block power allows us to essentially negate damage at a chance. And I think we should be able to destroy Mezahet here fairly quickly. Yeah, we're not even going to try to get this Rift Energy. It's going to be dead before it's over. There we go. And for our first power, we are going to take Weakness. May now apply Fragility. And look at that. We got it on the first thing. Didn't have to re-roll for it. And, oh my god, I am winning on rolls today. We're going to lock Relentless. We're going to take Obliterate. We're going to head into the treasure portal. And then we're going to go ahead and swap off. Auto level up. I don't think I picked up any magnetic at all that whole room, so I'm not expecting any more than 20 levels. If we get more than that, it's going to be awesome. But unfortunately, we didn't have what I needed, or we didn't get any magnetic, I don't think. I'm looking down at the bottom at my passes. I don't see any. I'm not saying I didn't grab any, but I don't see any. Oh man, I'm leaving so many little crumbs behind. That's what happens when you don't have magnetic. Look, some behind the stairs. Alright, so that's all that. I'll go ahead and hit this corner up first. Just do some back and forth. Alright, let's go around the back here. Did I get all that? Yeah, I did. Okay. I mean, actually, we're going to end up with more than 20. We didn't even grab magnetic. Okay. I'm okay with that. Dang, okay. I guess because it's early game still, maybe that's what amounted to all this. So 27 levels. Yep, okay. That was way better than I thought. I was expecting nothing higher than 20. I was actually expecting possibly lower. All right, let's go ahead and grab this Relentless, empowering non-fire abilities by 12% in the damage department. Awesome. Increase the damage modifier of your cosmic form. Sure. Let's go ahead and grab the damage modifier. Frequency of fiery blades. That's basically going to affect its attack speed. Let's re-roll. Intense fire. Burn now causes damage more frequently. We'll take that. Increase the damage if we do. Let's probably try re-rolling again. Let's get some health in here. Let's go ahead and re-roll. Increase the amount of astral power gained while inside a rift. I will take that. Increase the damage you burn. I will take that. Expansive. Increase the area effect of your effects. Almost every single skill we have minus Fiery Blade is an AoE, so that's great. Oh, that's awesome. We now have 40% powerful strikes. That's nice. 20% bonus. Burn happens more frequently. Relentless. Your critical strikes may now apply burn. We'll re-roll here. 30% more Rift Energy. 40% more Rift Energy. Legendary multicast on the Venom Strikes. It's awesome. I do hope that we can find... let's see. Let's re-roll here. Multicast. Damage modifier. I would really like to see... Ooh, I do want to raise my crit chance. I do want to see some of the skills, the passives, that your Doom, or your Poison applies Doom and your Doom applies Burn. Those would be very helpful right now. But we got a whole bunch of extra levels. We're going to dominate everything. As soon as we walk into this next area, we're going to auto-delete literally everything in sight. Yeah. And we should have a lot more build-up from our stuff. Oh, I didn't even see you over here. There we go. Yeah, no, we're absolutely just annihilating fools right now. Let's go ahead and down and go to this blue objective over here. Gonna take care of these tentacles. See where the other ones are at. Got 2 right here. I'm gonna turn visibility down ever so slightly so everybody can continue to see what's going on. And by everybody, I mean me. Last thing I need is be smacked and instantly die. Oh, that's a pretty large boost in our crit damage. What does our crit chance look like? 53%. Yeah, we definitely pick up some more lethality. We're not going to be picking up lethality from Anorak, which is a very solid pickup. But I am going to basically skip that for now, because I feel like there are other things that are a little bit more beneficial to us. What's that XP on it? There we go. Let's see. Multicast. Sure. And now we have all the rift energy, and our rift is directly to the top of us. We'll head across the screen. Oh, we got an XP crystal here. And now that we have as much as we do in our astral rift energy gathering ability, we should be able to stay topped off. And I'm standing in so many dangerous areas right now. We should be able to stay topped off in these rifts. I did turn my visibility down as much as I possibly can. Whenever you cast a skill type of fire, chance to cast another swing skill. Well, that's literally any skill. That's awesome. Including the fire ones. Alright, so there's that. Oh my god, we got another energy crystal right next to us and a powerful strikes. 65% boost to our powerful strikes. Nice. Let's see. More burn. Sure. Looks like we have, ooh, increased the quantity of our fiery blades by +2. Got lucky on that front. I am kind of sad that we're not finding the Poison to Doom and Doom into Fire passives. Let's see, try re-rolling. We'll get the Doom one. Yeah. Damage increase of fire skills by an additional 30%. Okay. The fiery amplification increased to 270% from 210. That's nice. We are needing to... We're going to lose our rift power if we don't find a rift pool to stand in. There we go. There's some overlapping. It was literally about to fall off. That's the funny part. I did want to keep this alive, but we're not getting... Nope, we lost it. That's unfortunate. Alright, so there it goes. Those guys are dead. We should be able to just stand here and channel this right quick. Let's see. Let's re-roll. Skill chain. It's only going to affect one skill. I'm not going to take that one. It sounds desirable, but it's only affecting one skill. I would rather find something that'll... Let's see. Let's get some extra health. Reroll, reroll. Yes, some extra XP, some extra health. We're getting low on rerolls. I don't want to use what I don't have to. Gain some astral rift energy. Ooh. Block that, take that. Alright, we have all the rift energy we could possibly want. We already have our power active, which is nice. Whenever you cast a swing skill, you may cast fire skills at an 8% chance. Absolutely. Gonna get these guys boosted up here. The XP. Not XP, the rift energy. And then we'll head across the way to the other tentacles. There we go. Multicast and obliterate, sure. And I didn't realize we had already got all the objectives. Nice. There we go. Whenever you apply Doom, you may now also apply Burn as well. This is going to be a huge boost to our burn damage. Increase the damage modifier of all our swing skills by 30%. Yes, sir. And let's head over to Bro Kent and shake his hand. Nothing nefarious at all happening. Alright, I'm gonna just stand right here. We'll dodge if we need to. That was nice and quick. From him, we are gonna go ahead and take Shatter. And we're gonna move on. Next, we're gonna head back to Mezahet, and we're gonna pick up Exposed. Alright. Let's see. 50% extra rift energy. I'll take it. I'm gonna sit right here. We'll raise some multicast, sure. I'm gonna stay away from the rift. I want to try to get more rift energy before we take the rift. Build up some more to last longer. Let's see. 15% boost in our damage. Absolutely. Take it. Oh man, there we go. That's gonna fill us up on our entire bar. And then we're gonna go ahead and increase the ticks of our poison. Sure. Oh, and we got this just in time to tackle some Void Lords. And we're actually hitting them. We're actually that close to them that we can actually afford to hit them. Relentless. There we go. All those Void Lords are out. Let's re-roll. See, each non-fire skill gets a 12% bonus in damage. I'll take it. I'm just gonna stand right here and only move whenever I see rift energy. Still not enough to maintain the burn. I did take that fire over the better Doom one just because fire build, so I want to focus on the fire. I only took Doom and Poison because they help out the fire. Oh my god. 2 more fire blades? That's pretty nutty. Alright. Looks like our best bet is to head over to this objective right next to us. Looks like we have a multicast chance increased on our non-fire skills by 16%. And we have an XP objective right below us. I'll tackle that next. We need to get our lethality up for sure. This one only affects Obliterate. This one only affects... this one actually affects Fireblade. Really? Fireblade is a nature skill? I didn't realize that. You know what? I'll take it. It affects 2 skills. Increase the cast frequency of your cosmic form by 30%. Absolutely. Looks like we have some rift power over here. This one is also... Okay, yeah, it's another chance to cast Fiery Blades and Venom Strike. That one's just Obliterate. Damage modifier on... Wow. Without the fire type? Fiery Blades is not a fire type? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait, no, that's because it's active. That's what it is, that green line around there. It's not highlighting. Okay. I was going crazy for a second. My apologies. Lethality. Bulwark and Aptitude. I think I'm going to lock that one just in case. Looks like we have the XP reward there. And then we'll go down to the XP crystal here. We could build up some rift energy while we're down here. You have to be careful of all the AoEs. Oh, I picked it up. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll take some more shredding armor, sure. There you got all this juicy XP. Let's re-roll and get some more relentless. Increase the damage of the poison, sure. Alright, we're full up on Rift Energy. We'll head over to the rare objective, which is Void Lords. Nice. Ow. Sorry about that. Trying to adjust my knee and hit my knee. Alright, there we go. And that should be the objective, is it not? Let's see. There we go. There's the burn. Oh no, we need 3 more. Got it. We got a rare objective to the bottom right, so we'll go ahead and head that way. Crit chance of our non-fire skills by 8%. Alright, there's that. I'll take that one. There we go. And now we're done. Let's see, reroll. Probably shouldn't have used my reroll. God, I hope we get exposed. That's not what I meant. I hope that we get exposed Titan power. There's nothing to expose. I like how many fire blades we have walking around. That's pretty cool. Alright, I need you to get me exposed, please. It's gonna be very unfortunate if I don't get it. Exposed. There we go. Yeah, because like I said before, I do have this problem where I accidentally use too many rerolls and they don't leave enough to reroll Titan powers if I need them. The last thing we're going to do is head back over to Bro Kent, because we are actually going to pick up a Fire Elemental Titan power. That when enemies die, they have a chance to explode and fire damage based off the fire stacks. I am going to take some... I'm going to lock that, take that. I'm only taking that because we do get bonus damage on our health for one of our skills, and I would like to have that. Ooh, rotting. Whenever you apply poison, a portion of total damage is caused instantly. That's great. Please give us the other one for Poison to Doom. Please and thank you. Again, all this Rift energy. We'll take the Rift right here. Reroll Magnetic, sure. I wonder if I can just like stay right here. Will that kill all of them? Oh, that's dangerous. But yes, it did kill all of them. Amount of astral power gained. Just really, I just really want the... We're just not getting lucky on the Poison of Doom, are we? Building up a lot of stack, or if Rift energy here, that's nice. Lethality increase, sure. Area effect of Flaming Spiral, sure. Oh, we have a... Oh, that should be enough Rift energy right there. Oh, I guess not. Powerful Strike, sure. Let's see. Take that one. I wonder if you have to take so many of a specific elemental attack in order for it to show up. We got Doom just fine. Expansive to make our area bigger for all of our swing. Oh, we didn't have to move. That was nice. Let's go ahead and take Powerful Strikes. Reroll once. We'll increase the burn. We'll head down to the blue objective. Bulwark to Aptitude, sure. more crit damage. Be merciless. And over here to the Rift Energy. Relentless for cast frequency. Nice. Powerful strikes. Lethality. We definitely need more lethality, for sure. There you go. There's all the XP. Let's re-roll once. Take multicast. Build up some Rift Energy, and we'll take out the... Looks like we're going to have to do a couple objectives here. We only have common objectives at the moment. Alright, do we get any, oh, we got a rare one. Nice. Won't matter if our Rift Energy falls off, because of the fact that it's going to fall off anyways. And I'm going to take the damage increase to Carnage. There we go. And another damage increase to Carnage. Nice. Okay. Frequency. Alright. And we're actually making fantastic time right now. He is dead. Cast speed. And now we're going to take the burn one off the can. There we go. Whenever an enemy dies with burn, it explodes, causing a multiplier of the total accumulated burn damage on the target in its area. Heck yeah. Alright, let's move on to the Netherworld. 14 minutes and we're already heading there. That's pretty fast. Especially for a character I absolutely hate. I just don't like it that much. It is fun. There are ideas about it that are fun. I just find this to be probably one of the least appealing classes to me personally. So yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those classes that just never quite clicked for me. Alright. Looks like we can start out with this rare objective down here. We damage pretty much everybody and kill them almost instantly. That's pretty nice. I'll do the poison. You know what? I'm going to pick nothing but poison things. I want to see if I can get the doom, poison to doom if I pick nothing but poison options. Maybe it's my fault. It'd be funny. I thought it was going to be so hilarious at this blue one right here, War Experience. I thought for a moment that was going to be the one. Alright, grab all of this. So we can stay topped off. Let's increase the doom as well. Let's see what happens if I do that. Additional bit of multicast. Nice. We'll head up to the top left where the common or the uncommon objective is. Void Lords. Okay. If I stay right here, we can regenerate some energy. Doom. There we go. It's building up right here. I will take. I'll take some doom there. Cool, cool, cool. Let's take this doom 300%. I'm gonna work my way down here to the left side. And grabs another Void Lord. It's nice. Fiery Amplification. I think I would rather have that. Again, I could definitely clear all this without The astral power just makes it better. Finesse to bulwark or area effect. I'm gonna go with area effect. And our next objective is just right over here across the bridge. Multicast. See, you know what? Sure, we'll take the venom strikes. Even though it's not benefiting us like I would like it to. I took you to help me get into burn damage. Alright, looks like... Oh, right back across the bridge. There's a blue objective. It's hard to see, but it's there. Tentacles Heresy, okay. Area effect of... Ooh, there we go. Whenever you apply Doom, unfortunate total damage. That's nice to have. Alright, tentacles across the way. There are. Nice. Alright, and I think we only need an uncommon objective. Did one just spawn right over here again? It did. Kill the corrupted protectors, okay. And on to the... Oh, there we... No, that's not the one we were looking for. Dang, I thought that was it. Thought we were getting it at the last moment.
The king has opened my eyes. Allow me to close yours forever.
Let's see. And our fiery blades, they're doing a lot of work. She is down. What did they gift us? Area modifier crit chance. I'm actually going to take that crit chance. We don't even have a 100% crit chance yet. Alright, let's take him down. Shouldn't be any problem. And I'm probably going to face tank the last phase. Those fiery blades are so antsy. They just want to stab. Oh no, they died. We'll take Merciless. There he goes. And I'm not going to move. At all. It's funny that we can't even rely on our cosmic form in order to take this out. We'll kill this before even a astral rift spawns. Alright, let's see if we can beat him before I get hit. Yep. And even though I hate this particular class this much, I believe the build that I was just using just right now is so strong that I could probably tackle the higher tiers of Titan Hunt with it. Especially if I actually managed to get some of the stuff that I actually wanted that we didn't get in this run. We'll just pick whatever.
One Titan tends, but
If I was going to pick one, it'd probably be Wound if it was here. There we go. And we're going to head out.
my edge remains sharp.
And like that, we can see that Fiery Blades is actually doing some work at 420.2 billion damage. Flaming Spiral coming in at 143.1 billion. Firestorm 58.8, and everything else below it. Again, we weren't really using Carnage as so much as the damage, but it helped apply several status effects, seeing as how there were several projectiles being thrown out. Ethereal Shadow, is that our artifact power? It is our artifact power. So our Ethereal Shadow is doing quite a bit of work. It was actually beating out Obliterate. Our Ancestry was actually doing a bit of damage. Well, how about that? I wasn't expecting that to happen. I didn't even realize it did damage, did I? Whenever consumed, 20 stacks of Ancestry. Oh, that was the totems. Oh, that's right. It summons totems that do damage based on health. That's right. Energy Pulse, Venomous Strikes, Arcane Comets. Energy Pulse, Arcane Comet, Celestial Weakening, and what is this called one? Eminent Wisdom. These are all powers based off our Ascension power, essentially. So let's go back to the main menu so we can cover over what we used. So again, using our Scorching Edge, I currently have it at plus 10. We went and used Firestorm and Fiery Blades. Fire Blades doing quite a bit of damage. And then using the Rune for skill mastery, we picked the swing skills for Obliterate, Venom Strike, Carnage, and Flaming Spiral. As far as our Tenacity runes went, we went with wow, words are hard. Let me get this again. With our Tenacity runes, we picked Elemental Flow, Dash Mastery, because we never leave home without it. Executioner does bonus damage based on the number of status effects on an enemy. And Searing Intensity, which gave us an increase of 25% damage, because we most definitely had Burn and Shatter on the target, so that's really nice. As far as the skill tree goes, again, if you are a first-time user for the Spellblade or you're looking into it, I would heavily suggest, actually, you know what, I would usually heavily suggest to focus on your Ascension powers and leveling it up. But honestly, this Ascension power is kind of a big deal as far as like it's not very easy to get under control as far as like using it. If you plan on using it a lot, like I said when I was playing the match, you definitely want to find as many of the level up passives that allow you to get more Astral Rift energy as you go, and then go from there. But if you think that's too much of a hassle like I do, I would probably actually focus on literally everything else first and then go back to it. Because even without the Ascension power, you can definitely be very strong depending on your moveset. So there's that. If you like this build and you want to see more builds like it, plus the progression through the Titan Hunt game mode, make sure you are like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what builds you're using, and if you're using Spellblade, is it your favorite? Like, which class do you hate the most? Let me just be honest with me. I want to know, am I the only one who doesn't really care for Spellblade that much as a character? Or am I just like, do I have the wrong glasses on? Am I looking at him in a wrong light? Because I'm willing to be won over onto the Spellblade side. That being said, you guys take care, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Later.